Hi guys, Amaya here and welcome to Want to Learn Programming. This is the 13th video in the series Basics of C Programming. In this video, we will look at the if-else statement and the else-if ladder. So let's start with the if-else statement. The if-else command is used when the if statement is followed by an optional else command which is again followed by a block of statements to be executed when the if condition fails. That is, when the condition inside if turns out to be false. Let's look at this with the help of the syntax. If condition, then block of statements 1, else block of statements 2. So what happens is when the compiler reads this if and condition, then it checks whether the condition is true or false. If the condition is true, then block of statements 1 is executed. If the condition is not true, that is if it is false, then it goes to the else block and executes the else block of statements. Let's look at this with a flow diagram. When the compiler reaches the condition, it checks if the condition is true or false. If the condition is true, it goes to this side and executes block of statements 1. If the condition was false, then it executes block of statements 2. So after executing either block of statements 1 or block of statements 2, it continues with the rest of the program. Please notice here that only one among block of statements 1 and block of statements 2 can be executed. Let's look at a sample program which will make you understand if-else statement very well. Let's try a sample program to check if a number, that is we assume that the number given to us by the user is non-zero, is odd or even. So we start with the program with, yes, the header files. Hash include stdio.h and hash include stdlib.h. Next, we write the main function, int main and the two flower braces. To store the number given by the user, we will have to declare a variable a. Next, as we have decided to make this program user friendly, we will ask the user to enter a number. Now, when the user enters the number, we have to get the number and using the scanf statement, store it in variable a. Now let's start writing the if statement. If a mod 2 equal to 1, then print that the number is an odd number. So if this condition fails, and this condition fails only when a is even, then we go to the else block where it says printf the number %d is even. So either the statement the number is odd will be printed or the number is even will be printed depending upon the value of a. Next, we write the return 0. So this completes our sample program. So I recommend that you run this program in your code blocks to make sure that you understand the program well. Now let's look at what else if ladder is. Else if ladder is when the if statement is followed by one or more optional else if command and followed by block of statements that need to be executed if the if condition 1 is false but if condition 2 is true. So to make more sense out of this, let's look at its syntax. If condition 1 is true, then block of statements 1 will be executed. Else, if condition 1 is false and if condition 2 is true, then block of statements 2 will be executed. Else, if condition 1 and 2 fail, then block of statements 3 will be executed. So let's look at this flow diagram. When the compiler comes to condition 1, it checks if it's true or false. If it's true, then statement 1 block is executed and then it moves out of here. If it's false, then it looks at condition 2 and check if it's true or false. If it's true, then it executes statement block 2 and so on. We can add n number of else if commands. And at last, if all the conditions fail, then the else block will take care of it and statement block n will be executed. After all, for example, after execution of statement 1 block, statement 2 block or statement n block, all will continue to the next part of the program. Let's look at this with the help of a sample program. In this sample program, we try to check if the number is odd, even or 0. So first we use the header files here, that is stdio.h and stdlib.h. Next, we use the int main function and declare a variable to store the number entered by the user. Next, we use the printf statement to make it more user friendly. Now, let's use the scanf statement to accept a number from the user. So after this, first we will write the if block. That is, if a equal to 0, then the number is 0. So if the number is not 0, then it will go to the next else if block. Else if a mod 2 is equal to 0, then the number is odd. So if the number is not 0 and the number is not odd, then yes, it will print saying that the number is even. So after this, we have to write the mandatory return 0 value. So I recommend that you execute this program in code blocks to make more sense of it. Now, as usual, we look at these practice questions. Please solve these practice questions so that you can get well accustomed to how to write if, else and else if ladder programs. The link for these answers will be available in the description below after some days so that you can get some time to write this program and then look at whether the solution that you have written and the solution that we have provided are same or not. So if you like this video, click on like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we will look at the nested if statement and as promised, we will look at the ternary operator. Thank you.